Nick Erickson, owner-operator Pops Garage Fabrication. I ride a 2012 Dyna Street Bob, heavily modified. And I'm basically in charge of quality control and operations around here.
My name is Richard Tomlin. I ride a 2016 Lowrider and a 91 FXRS. I'm your atypical salty mechanic.
I'm Colin McDonald, the operations manager here at Pops Garage Fabrication. I ride a 2016 Harley-Davidson Street Bob and 2001 FXDP. I'm the guy that everyone comes to for the answers around here.
Hey, I'm Trent Rich. I'm the newest member here at Pops Garage. I'm a jack of all trades here. I do whatever they ask me to do. I ride a 2016 Harley-Davidson Street Bob, but we pretty much converted into a lowrider at this point. Just a humble guy, just trying to learn as much as I can.
It was just me for about 3 years by myself, working 12, 14 hours a day, and from that it became this. We now have this 5,000 square foot facility, and I've got 3 awesome people working with me, and it's been quite the adventure. We hired Colin pretty much to help out with stress management on my part. He's been a huge help. He's just one of those types of people that'll bend over backwards and just a big asset.
I first got interested in bikes as a kid. My uncle and dad both rode. About 3 or 4 years ago, I started working on bikes and just tinkering with my own stuff, and then got a phone call from Nick after we had hung out a little bit, just saying that he had a job available and was curious if I'd be interested in coming and helping him out. And I've been here for about 2 years now, started working on the bikes, and then now have moved into the office and do all of the office work.
He's like a masseuse for your mind. So at some point we had to hire a tech, just so someone who could handle the every day-to-day, tire changes, services. So we decided to hire Richard. Richard's my number 2 guy, I would say, as far as in the back of the shop. If I have someone I need to rely on, it's him.
I got into motorcycles when I was in the military. I had a buddy when we went to Iraq that his whole time we were out there, all he wanted to do was rebuild his old iron head. When we all got back, 3 or 4 of us all ended up going out and buying just piece of crap bikes, just so we could all ride together. I started following Nick on Instagram when he was building Blue Girl, and then to come to find out he was in my town building this bike, and I was like, I don't know this guy, and I need to know this guy. When I first started, there was a lot of change from being your general service mechanic at Harley. There was a lot more attention to detail. There was a lot more intricate parts. There's a lot of change in the way you do things from just slapping bikes together.
It kind of brainwash you in the dealership. Not to say it's a bad thing, but it's just the attention to detail is something that over time, you have to learn that. And it's in the custom world, it's really different than it is at the dealership.
This was a whole nother level of detail and time. That was the first place I built a full wiring harness for a bike. Started with absolutely nothing, just components, and wiring every inch of a bike. That was my first big project with them, and that's kind of what really set my feet in going, I know I really want to be here.
And Richard has evolved 100% since he first started here.
I've got to bring a different set of knowledge into the team, where it's not just the custom, it's the maintenance, it's the knowledge of figuring out what components are good to sell to the public and things like that.
So Trent's our newest hire. He's graduated from tech school. He's just really excited to be here. He runs the front half of the shop, deals with customers on a daily basis, runs interference a lot, which is really cool because it allows us to get to work.
When I was 8 years old, my dad bought me my first dirt bike, and he always rode Harleys. Started riding his bike when I was 18, kept working, went to school, learned how to be a tech, so I'm just wanting to continue, evolve and grow. I came along and started helping out a little bit and would do whatever Nick needed me to help him do. My true passion would be able to learn to build bikes, and do similar things to what Nick is doing. As the shop grows, we get busier, I can get in the back, get a little more hands-on as far as building the bikes, but as of right now, I'm just doing whatever they need me to do at the moment.
So we have an incredible team here. If it wasn't for these guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I do on a daily basis. Colin takes the stress off my shoulders. Richard wrenches away and takes the stress, some more stress away from me. You got Trent in the front, who's running interference and dealing with the customers and just being awesome. At that point, I'm allowed to get creative, work in the machine shop, fabricate, do all those things that I guess kind of speak to my soul.
Thanks for stopping by our YouTube page. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook and our website, popsgaragefab.com.